Hey, what is up everyone, this is Linus and I wanted to share my first impressions on the just released Samsung Galaxy S7 and S7 Edge. First of all, the design hasn't really changed much as the phones use metal and glass in the construction, but this year Samsung decided to make the Edge variant larger as it sports a 5.5 inches display as opposed to the Galaxy S7's 5.1 panel. Speaking of displays, both phones continue the trend of 2K panels and we have already seen that they look gorgeous on the previous generation models. A new feature is the always-on display and you will be able to see some of the most important information with almost no battery drain. It's worth mentioning that both phones are slightly thicker, but that is not a drawback since both devices sport larger batteries. The Galaxy S7 has a 3000 mAh unit and the S6 Edge has a 3600 mAh battery. Not only the phones will have a much better battery life, but they also kept quick and wireless charging features. Since the phones are slightly thicker, the camera sits almost completely flush. Speaking of which, the megapixel count has been reduced to 12, but Samsung spent quite a lot of time during the presentation talking about its capabilities. It uses dual pixel tech, face detection autofocus, optical image stabilization, and record-breaking 1.7 aperture. The first camera samples indeed look amazing, but I was disappointed that the camera uses a native 4:3 aspect ratio, meaning that the images will not be full screen. To save all those pictures and 4K videos, Samsung has brought the feature everyone has been looking for, the microSD card slot. It actually uses the second SIM for that. Yes, we finally have top-of-the-line flagship with dual SIM support and we don't need to shell out extra cash for duos model. Another significant upgrade is the IP68 waterproof rating, meaning that the phone will work even underwater. A cool thing is that neither of the part is covered by a flap to preserve waterproof properties. Speaking of parts, Samsung wasn't brave enough to finally make a transition to the USB Type-C part as it uses the regular one. As it has become usual, both Galaxies use top-shelf processing power, either Snapdragon 820 or Exynos 8890 octa-core chip, depending on the market, 4 GB of RAM, and super fast internal storage, which starts at 32 GB. Also, Samsung introduced Volcano API, which is basically an enhancement to give you the best gaming performance. Obviously, the phones will not come cheap as they are already priced at $700 in the US or 700 euros in Europe. The pre-orders are starting tomorrow and the phones will go on sale on 11th of March. Everyone agrees that the new Galaxies are beautiful, powerful, and they are nearly perfect. However, I would have loved to see all metal design as the phones are enormous fingerprint magnets. At least give us a matte glass finish like Sony did. Also, why did Samsung need to make the Galaxy S7 Edge larger than the regular S7? Won't they introduce the Galaxy S7 Edge Plus later on? Lastly, I wish we could have these phones with stock Android, but I guess the custom ROMs will do the trick in the future. That would be it guys, thanks for watching. Tell me what you think about the new Galaxies in the comment section below the video and make sure to stay tuned to TechLineHD as I will try to get the phones for a full review as soon as possible. See you in the next video soon.